Hi everybody, hope you're well, hope you're keeping safe. I've just been online checking out a few postings and I've noticed that on Facebook and Twitter there's quite a lot of confusion regarding the subject of caravan tyres, specifically what to do when they reach a certain age, how to check them, what to check. There seems to be quite a lot of confusion and misinformation going around the internet at the moment. Now, tyres is a subject that I've covered as part of other videos on this channel. In fact, I've created videos for other channels specifically aimed at caravan tyres. But it's not something that I've covered in its own video in its own right. But I think in this video that's about to change. Unlike cars, trucks, vans, motorbikes and push bikes, caravan and trailer tyres very rarely wear out. However, the condition of the tyre can degrade in other ways. Caravan tyres are in fact conventional road tyres used for light vans. They can handle greater load capacity. Now, if you've recently purchased a second-hand caravan, it is essential that you check your tyres are the correct size and rating for your caravan. A great resource for checking your tyres are suitable for the caravan is TyreSafe, where they offer information and data for tyres and their suitability for use on caravans. I've put a link to TyreSafe in the description below. A thorough check of the tyres is strongly recommended after the caravan has been sat idle for some time, or at least at the beginning of each season. So if the caravan isn't going to wear its tyres out, what exactly are we looking for? Well, caravans spend the majority of their lives stationary, in the same position. And that action of staying stationary in the same position for much of its life can cause the tyres to crack. And that is the biggest failure point on caravan tyres. So the first thing we need to do is I'm going to give my tyre a bit of a clean. I'm using this stuff from Dry Sparkle, hope you can see that. This is actually a really nice tyre and trim dressing because it's not silicone based. The tyre is going to be clean, it's going to be a constant black finish on the tyre. It hasn't got silicone in it, so it's not going to be greasy and it's not going to be shiny. So this is a really good product for exactly this purpose. If you want this, by the way, link to this is in the description below. There's a 10% off as well. Use the discount code DAN10. I don't know how much longer that will be on for, but give it a go if it still works. So on this small section of tyre, let me just show you exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for any evidence of cracks which are forming from the inside edge to the outside surface across the sidewall of the tyre. We're also checking that there's no evidence of cracks forming around the circumference of the tyre as well. And most importantly, we're checking where the tread blocks affix onto the sidewall of the tyre here, making sure that there's no cracks forming in between these tread blocks, there's no evidence of cracking along this section here, and we're making sure that the entire tyre has no evidence of any cracks whatsoever. Now, once we've done that, we're going to manually feel our way around the tyre to make sure there's no bulges. We're going to visually inspect that there's no cuts, there's no crevices, there's no divots, and there's no signs of any damage whatsoever. If there is any damage, the tyre needs to be replaced straight away. Right, so don't forget there is two sides to the tyre. There's the inside, obviously, which we can't see, and obviously the outside tyre. It's important that you check the inside tyre as well. So let's get out the torch, get our head under the caravan and look at the inside edge of the tyre. Don't be afraid to use your hands and rub around the tyre surface and check that everything is okay. It may also be required that you need to roll the caravan forward to check the circumference of the tyre. Now, here is a great example of what we are looking for. Cracks can spread from the centre outwards, but also they can run around the circumference as well. It's important that not just the sidewall, but also the edge where the tread meets the sidewall are checked. Once we've checked both sides of the tyres, we need to do exactly the same for the tread pattern. Although they rarely wear out, the law is quite clear that at least 75% of the surface of the tyre needs to have a tread of at least 1.6mm in depth. To check the depth, we can use a depth gauge or a 20p piece. The surface of the tread should also not have any evidence of cracks, splits or cuts. If you do find a stone caught in the tread, use a blunt tool such as a teaspoon to lever it out and check that the tyre has not been compromised by the stone. Again, you'll need to move the caravan forward or backwards to check the entire surface of the tyre. Right, I'm happy that both tyres are in tip-top condition. There's no cracks, there's no bulges, there's no splits, cuts, there's no damage on either tyre, on the outside face or the inside face or on the tread pattern. Really happy they're in good condition. That's great. Next check I'm going to do is the age of the tyre. I'll show you in a minute how we can calculate that, but let's just clear up some myths and some rumours about caravan tyres and their age. There is no law, there is no enforcement that tyres have to be changed at a specific age. There is a recommendation, however, and the recommendation says that tyres between 5 and 7 years of age should be changed. Now the truth is, caravan tyres can fail a lot earlier than that, and some tyres can carry on for many years after that recommended date. But I can't understand anybody that wouldn't take that recommendation seriously, especially when you're dealing with the safety of your caravan, other road users and pedestrians, making sure that the tyres are as safe as they possibly can be. Certainly, if I had a problem with this caravan where the tyre was to explode or fall apart and I wanted to make a claim on my insurance, I'm pretty sure there would be some pretty stern faces looking at me if these caravan tyres were 24 years of age. So I'll let the rain just die off a little bit and I'll show you how we can calculate the age of these tyres. On the sidewall of the tyre there's lots of writing, and what we're looking for is the magic word DOT, D-O-T. There'll be some writing next to that, and this is identifying the plant where this tyre was manufactured and some other information about this specific tyre as well. But crucially, there'll be 4 numbers just here like this, and these are 0318. And what that is telling me there is that this tyre was manufactured on week 3 of 2018, 0318. So we can tell that this tyre right now, at the point of me recording this video, it's 4 years of age. Don't forget that as well as checking the tyres fitted to the caravan, we should also check the spare tyre as well, especially if your spare tyre is held in a carriage like this one. Remove the tyre and inspect the sidewalls carefully. Some tyres deformed when stowed away in the spare wheel carrier. And no matter where your spare wheel is located, do check that the age, general condition and pressure is in top form, so in the event that you need it, it's ready to go. So the age of the tyre is fine, and I'm happy with the condition of the tyre as well. There's one last check we need to do, but before we move on, just a top tip. Set a date in your calendar on your phone of when the caravan tyres are due for renewal. We've already done that, and we've already decided that when the caravan is up for its service at the end of this year, we're going to have both tyres changed at that point. It takes the hassle out of me trying to get this caravan down to a tyre fitter, and also it's only 135 quid for 2 new tyres, so I might as well let them do it on my behalf. Now, tyre pressures are really important. Make sure that they're not underinflated or overinflated. You certainly don't want to cause uneven wear on the surface of the caravan, even if they're not going to wear out. We've actually done the pressures on this caravan a few days ago, which was quite hilarious because they were down by a couple of PSI anyway, but during that process I actually broke my tyre inflator, so I'm waiting for a new one to arrive in the post any day now. If you're unaware what your tyre pressure should be for your caravan, you can calculate it by use of a formula. I did a video on that many moons ago, in fact, and I'll put a link to that video in the top corner and in the description as well. Thankfully, time has moved on since that video, and thankfully majority of caravans now put the pressure of what the tyres should be on the weight plate on the side of the caravan. And for this caravan here, the recommended pressure is 60 psi. So if I had a working tyre inflator, that's exactly what I'd be showing you right now. Now, when we set off and head off for our next trip, there are 2 things that I will check before we head off. Firstly, as I've just discussed, the tyre pressures to make sure that they haven't gone down since we were last here, but also I check the wheel nuts as well to make sure that they're torqued up to the correct settings. Now, those settings will be documented either on the side of the caravan or in your caravan handbook. I've already done a video on how to use a torque wrench on the caravan. Link to that is in the top corner and in the description down below. And there we go. I hope this video has been useful for you, covering all things tyre related. As I said right at the top of this video, I've never covered this in its own separate video on this channel, so I hope we've now identified that and put to bed any myths or questions that you may have had about your tyres. Remember, it's the only part of your caravan that touches the road, so please be really vigilant with your tyres safety. It only takes a few minutes to just check them and make sure that they're okay, so please do pay attention to them. Right, and that's it from me today. I hope it's been useful for you. Please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. That's it from me today. Many thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye now.